their main reason for saying that women needs to get paid less is because a woman is likely to leave work more than a man. You get me? Whereas even when she gets pregnant, she is more likely to do less work. She's more likely to do, I'm not saying it in a bad way, less of an activity compared to a man. Whereas a man doesn't, even if he's sick, he doesn't take as much as leave as a woman. When there's a death in the family, the woman is the one who goes out firstly before a husband or a father or whatever that is in a situation. So that's the main reason to why they feel as if women get paid less. And another reason would be maybe because back before, the women never used to work, you know. So now that they're they were like just two levels of people, you know. And they say just because we come from a rib of a man, we cannot be equal in that way. And so even if we go to the work opportunities, they need to show who's high. This is a man and this is a woman. So that's like a different clarification of how you distinguish the two genders in a workspace, by the salary, by the workload, by stuff like that. Yes.
Yeah. Afternoon, guys. Sorry for running late. I have commitments. But I don't know how the discussion has gone so far. And it's quite interesting, and it's something that I've always been interested in since my background in the trade union movement. And one of the things that we always boiled down that argument to was that the capitalist modes of production, how they produce in a capitalist economy, is that they must always maximize profits by reducing input costs. So when you see racism in the workplace, it is simply a way to divide the workforce so as one race, which is often the case, more people in the workplace that must be paid less, and it must be justified with the philosophy. When women are paid less, it is simply because there are more women in the world, and they must be paid less so that the capitalist must make more profits. It's not philosophical, it's not greater than that. It simply boils down to economic reasons. They want reasons, it must be justified, it must be spread through religion that the woman is inferior, the black person is inferior. Why is it the case that it's always the person who's paid less, it's always the one who does more work and the one who occupies a large part of the workforce? So if at some point we are able to resolve the gender pay, inequality in genders, they will also come down to both, to men only, and say, but homosexuals must be paid less. You see, they will always come with the reason. As long as there are people who are more in the workplace and they are able to come up with the reason why they should be paid less, they will always do it. It's only for economic reasons.
And I would also like to add on that. Another factor which is playing to this, which is in connection to what you're talking, is because men run the world, you know. When your boss is a guy and you come there with your woman issues, he looks at you, but I can't relate to this stuff, I'm a man, you know. And the women tend to not support his structure as much because they're trying to gain favor with the men that are in power, you know. And that's why women are like in the positions they are in. And then that's the advantage even guys are using. Because I can tell you, I'm in the corporate world. I can talk to all those older guys, and those older guys are probably the manager and stuff like that. I can connect them in a way that I would assume some females can't. Especially now that this is a man and this is an older man who's at 55, 56. Do we even have any idea what conversations are you gonna chat when you are 23, 27 to a 55-year-old man? So it's very easy for them to relate and feel for you.
Closing remarks?
Okay, I think income inequality is justified because, let's say, if all people earn equal salaries, there will be no one who has the passion to do more work. That might lead the business to to the
Okay.
yes. It is justified that people should earn not equal salaries, because if they are equal, some will just come to the business and just they stay, they do nothing because they know we all got same pay.
I think that's actually such a reality. Like with teachers, you find some teachers don't bother even teaching students because they know they're getting the same
You know,
money.
black teachers, they
Yeah.
will tell you, but
Do your homework, don't do your homework, it's fine. Like,
Closing
that's what
remarks,
I'm
bruh.
doing. But also, I think to try to broaden the topic in the aspect of there are different positions. What we are saying is that there are two people, a white man and a black man. They're doing the same job, but the white man earns higher, right? The other one will earn a lesser amount, but they're doing the same job, right? A black man and a black woman, they are both doing the same job, but a man get paid higher. The sick thing about this is that it's rooted in classism. First of all, it's classist because there's this hierarchy in life. They will always try to make a point to you are inferior somehow. You know, white people are at the top of the hierarchy, whether white or whatever, but white men are at the top of the hierarchy, then it's Indians. In South Africa, then it's coloreds, and then it's blacks. And then on that hierarchy, it's black men, and then it's black women. And then when there's a black woman, you're at the bottom of the barrel, you're trying to raise this point, but we're also getting paid unequally to the black men. The black men will be like, oh wow, then you can start complaining, it'll be more valid. It does not make it invalid. Women pay something it's called pink tax. You pay tax for being a woman in South Africa and in the world. Basically, what pink tax means is that cosmetics. It does a gob. In Nivea for men, it's 35 rands. In Nivea for women, it's 40 rands. Uhambe pep, leggings, idogima, sweatpants, 100 rand, on the sleeves, on this was 120. Exact same pants, exact same size. So, and then I really did back research of what makes prices different to men. It's called pink tax. They charge you for being a woman, yet you get paid less in the world. Some workplaces, they don't even get maternity leave payment. You don't get paid when you are pregnant. You get fired in some other places.
Wait, you guys wanna get paid when you're pregnant?
Yeah, you don't get paid. So and my last point, it's rooted in the patriarchal system. It starts there with white men. They're being patriarchal over other races, right? They having the system of oppression over other people. And then with problem as if we could, as black people, we are being oppressed, right? As a race, we still have black men who oppress women like, let's do this. So it's kind of hard to support when you're a woman, because it's like you're getting cut. It's a double-edged sword. We are still good to Myanmar, we are still good to just Fazana. So
closing remarks.
can I just
What is the situation for white women?
no now but
And I think is like
it's white men, then it's white women. Yeah.
I think maybe another issue that people say that why women would get paid less. I'm not very skilled or knowledgeable in this field. Is some of them look at it in form of a household where they feel as if a man is the provider of the family, and as a provider of the family, he needs to get more money to pay rent, to pay his car bills, to pay for himself to look hot, to pay imapapeli, to pay the kids' school fees, and then the wife. Whereas in the wife, well, most of the money she gets, it goes only to the food. That's the only thing they think, that to the food. Whereas in reality, we are living with mothers who are single, or with mothers that have fathers that don't contribute at all, you know. And as a society, even if when we do present these ideas, or when we do tell them these systems that don't make sense, they bring in BEE and whatever that's there. And they still don't implement it in the company. They'll just ask you, they'll be like, okay, are you BE complement? Okay, yes, I am. Do you have a woman? Do you have this? And they use that to their advantage to get money, and those money is then contributed back into the same people that we are complaining about. So even if we do complain, the cycle, it's like we're complaining for the rich to get even richer, you know. So the middleman there is just, you know, you're just helping him get more money in the pockets. So I don't know how or which way we should like get more. I don't know, you guys understand what I'm trying to say? To get like the complaint into the direct person, whereas then we know the money is gonna come directly into us, instead of going into all these other departments and then coming back to us, you find which is extra. Whereas in all the other monies is just deducted into the manager, the vice, the this, the that, the yeah.
And then sorry, that closing
Final
remark.
remarks?
I'd like to add to what she said
Yeah.
about the hierarchy.
Yeah.
And yeah, this thing of hierarchy of the stronger man and the weaker man
Yeah.
also adds to the inequality, because now it's about the stronger man and the weaker man, and yet all men are equal. So the idea should be all men are equal and not the stronger man and the weaker man. Because once you have that philosophy of the stronger man and the weaker man, when I'm saying men, I'm meaning both women and men. When you have that philosophy of stronger man and the weaker man, basically you're gonna incorporate the idea was, okay, since you are the weaker man, you should earn less because you are the weaker man. But now, once you incorporate that, who are you gonna find at the bottom to be the weaker man? You all know who you're gonna find at the
Always
bottom
be the weaker man and the stronger man.
to be the equal man. So that idea on its own of strong man, weaker man is flawed, is messed up. All men should be equal, and by that then
You don't want to be equal to other settlers, like.
We're not
I want to hard to be equal.
Why
Okay,
we
let's move on,
subjecting
guys.
ourselves as
Time.
the weaker men? Because we like clearly we're the stronger ones since we do the labor. You know why? I don't know. Sorry, this was a close remark, but I feel as if like we're not weak because they make us to believe we're weak. It's more as if like the strategic men versus the stronger men, where they use our manpower to do their bidding. You know, they use our our men, our strength, because a woman is stronger than a man.
My last remark, I swear. The thing with reverse psychology, right? Especially in reverse psychology, exactly as you say, women are just so strong. Not physically, or give you a punch, but there are some women who give you a punch, like seriously. But when those Fazani can go to work all day, come back and birth 5 children, cook, dish up, and still do her own duties, and then she goes to sleep. Doesn't know what to do. Apart from flu. Suddenly that we are
Every man for himself. Let those kids down. They will learn to cook their own food.
and then wait, the broader reverse psychology of it is that the people who are at the top of the hierarchy are convincing us that money does not buy happiness. Why are we complaining about the inequality? Our money doesn't buy happiness, and they even do these things to take rich people, rich people, obviously most rich people are white people. Rich people don't spend much on money, they don't spend on fancy clothes and everything. You know what? Well, people don't spend on salaries, that's all. They don't pay salaries good enough. So that's where they get the actual money, not by not buying a t-shirt that costs 3.5. It's by not paying equal salaries.
Yeah. So,
When
because of time, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry because of time. It's really hot in Durban. and talking about hot climate change.